What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about how platinum looks a lot like silver. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, everyone. So a lot of people think that platinum looks a lot like silver. And those people are correct. When you take a look at these in the different lights and stuff like that, they look very, very similar. They look almost the same color. Now, if you get the same exact coin, like if I had a 1 ounce maple and I put it next to this 1 ounce silver maple, it would probably look maybe a slightly different color. In different lighting, you can see the difference really well, but it's very difficult to sort of tell right off the bat. And so a lot of people mention this. They say, oh, it looks like silver. How is anybody supposed to tell the difference? Blah, blah, blah. I don't understand why anybody would buy platinum. It looks just like silver. I think this is a very simplistic way of viewing it, right? If you really want to go down that sort of rabbit hole, take a look at stocks. They're all just numbers on a screen, right? For the most part today. Some people get paper stocks, I reckon, still, just because, I guess. I don't really know why, but for the most part, it's just numbers on a screen. The same with crypto. It says Bitcoin next to it. It's got a number. It's got a chart. That's all it is. And then Ethereum and all the other cryptocurrencies, they're just a name, numbers, and a graph on a screen, right? So the thinking that because silver looks like platinum, it's not a good investment, I think is a bit flawed. Personally, I think it makes for a great jewelry metal in that asset, or in that sense, because it does look so similar to a much less costly metal that nobody is going to risk going to prison over robbing you at gunpoint for it, right? Unless they know what it is going in. So, with that being said, the idea that because it looks like silver, it just must not be a good investment, I think is a bit flawed. Now, part of me realizes there's more similarity to platinum and silver than just the appearance. It also relies heavily on industry, another sort of selling point of silver, and a much less selling point of gold. And so these two metals are similar in certain aspects. And so I can appreciate that and I can understand that quite a bit. But the one area where platinum really outshines silver, in my own opinion, is simply put, its rarity, right? It is an extremely rare metal that is not found in every single place on Earth. And so because of its rarity, and because of its different uses in industry than silver typically is used for, I think it makes for a great investment and a great diversification of your stack overall. So when it comes to investing in platinum, don't look at it as just a silver metal that is more costly than the other silver metal, which is actually made out of silver. Think of it more as if I'm truly a silver believer, if I truly believe in this metal right here, I don't really see why you wouldn't believe in platinum's potential, because a lot of people rely on that industrial use for silver as a reasoning to why they think it's going to go up in price. And if you think that, then platinum is a great option for you as well. Now, I know it's a lot more costly and not necessarily everybody can afford it or put it in the budget, but as y'all see here, I've got fractional platinum. I'm not opposed to it at all. I don't think it's a bad investment like some people say. You know, some people say I only stick to 1 ounce coins, and that's cool if you're able to afford it, but there's lots of different stackers with lots of different budgets and lots of different types of personalities that people have. Some people can't save up that much money and reliably continue to add to their stack, so they buy the little pieces so that in the meantime they don't just spend that money on something else, right? Not a bad logical decision in my opinion, right? But silver and platinum are much similar than we think. And as far as them just looking alike, well, it's really just happenstance. If you take a look at a lot of metals, mainly platinum group metals, Most of the platinum group metals are a similar color. Palladium and rhodium and all these other metals are a very similar color. Now, I realize there's some different things that can happen, like with crystallized osmium, that can make it look quite different, obviously. But in bullion grade form, they do look very similar. So I understand the argument that people make. I just don't understand why they use that as an argument to go against platinum. I think, if anything, it should be an argument for platinum because they look so similar. They do a lot of similar things. They're mainly used in industry and stuff like that. There is investment grade bullion versions of both metals. And so overall, I don't think you can go wrong diversifying into both metals. And I think everyone should at the end of the day. Because if you can protect yourself in all facets and all forms of any given investment that you're making, I think you're better protected overall. Another good example of this is commercial real estate versus residential real estate, right? A lot of people like to buy rental properties to rent out to homes to people and make money that way. A lot of people like to buy properties that are commercial. They build like a shopping strip on it and they make money off renting it to potential business owners, right? Those are two different forms of real estate investing. You know, if the economy is bad and nobody's shopping and those businesses go out of business, well, you're stuck with an empty shopping strip. We saw this a lot back in 2008. Same thing with the housing market. Nobody was buying houses, so there was a lot of inventory on the market, and a lot of investors who had rental properties that were homes, it caused them some struggle, right? Now, another resemblance or similarity between those two is maybe the economy is bad, but not bad enough that people are selling their homes. So homes are not the issue, but it's business, commercial real estate that's the issue, and vice versa, right? Maybe people quit buying homes because of generational changes, which is what I'm hearing about. A lot of millennials and Gen Zs are not wanting to buy homes and they'd rather just rent. I don't think that's a very smart move, but that's apparently what the trend is showing as far as the different generations are concerned with future housing. So if that's the case, then if nobody's buying homes, you know, home values might go down a bit. Obviously, it can differentiate if, you know, investors are buying them to rent out to the next generation, but apartment buildings are popping up, right? And townhomes, and people are buying smaller properties and all these different kind of things. So both of those things deal with real estate, commercial and residential. But both of those things can be impacted in different ways. So even though they're similar, just like silver and platinum, they look alike, they're industrial metals, they can move at different times for different reasons. And so it's best to protect yourself by investing into both of them rather than just selling yourself short, in my opinion, and saying, I'm good, I'm covered on the silver industrial aspect, and I've got gold. I don't really need to add platinum to my portfolio. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below on this topic. You know, do you see where I'm coming from with this? Have you heard this before? Do you believe it yourself? That's okay if you do. I know everybody's different and we all have different opinions. But let me know those opinions in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button so you can always stay up to date with future updates on the Platinum Beast channel. With all that being said, until next time, we'll see ya.